My bad, Leo. I just want to make sure you can see the cards. But now it's going to be a little dark. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. Welcome to Moonshine's Tarot. I'm Moonshine. This is Sunday, September something, 25th, I think. Maybe 26th, I'm not quite sure. We're starting the reading off with some ruined stones. Forged by yours truly, Miss Moonshine. Ooh, what do we got? Ooh, ruin number 1 and ruin number 13. And it's really weird because when I grabbed the ruins, ruin number 1 fell. All by itself. And I thought, oh, that's no good because ruin number 1 is the ruin that Gandalf uses in The Hobbit. It comes up quite a bit on this channel, but it's a good ruin and there's a reason for it. We also have ruin number 13, the old Z. So ruin number 1 is about abundance and success. Okay, it's also about security and fertility. Ruin number 13, I have my ruins written right here if anybody wants to know what I'm looking at, because I can't remember all the ruin words. I'm dyslexic, so I don't really remember things too well. So ruin number 13 is balance, enlightenment, and death. So I only did the first 13 ruins as well, because I wanted to work with 13 at a time. And 1 and 13 would be on either side of all of these. So I feel like abundance is coming for you. There's some type of balance coming in. Like maybe you don't have a lot of money, or maybe you haven't seen a lot of success in your past. You could also be trying to get pregnant and it's not working. You could also feel like there's somebody over your shoulder all the time, as if you need like a security guard watching your back. That's all done. You could also be moving to a safer place, I just heard. I'm not sure if maybe you're in kind of like a shady neighborhood now. You could be moving, okay, to a new spot. So let's see what these cards are going to say. I always usually use tarot, but I'm going to use the Love Oracle just because I want to know what's going on. I'll probably end up using both. Who am I kidding? Tell me a little bit about this journey. Girl Leo. Oh. Okay, so we've got addiction, karmic relationship, the phoenix, and date. We also have the grim reaper on the bottom. So I definitely feel like there's a possibility that maybe you were dealing with a karmic relationship. Okay, now this karmic relationship wasn't exactly, it came in to teach you something about balance and enlightenment, which is why it came up in the ruins. Maybe you needed to balance out. Maybe you're really hard on yourself and the universe is kind of trying to tell you, please don't be so hard on yourself, that abundance and success are coming. It's just sometimes it comes at different times for different people because we all can't be successful at the same time. There's got to be ones who are struggling. There has to be ones who are succeeding. And there has to be ones in between that are either trying or not trying, right? Everybody has to be in a phase. It's how this universe works. So I feel like you are transforming an old frame of mind, okay? And maybe you were a little too codependent in relationships, and maybe you were a little too unbalanced, okay? Maybe you relied too much on your relationships. Maybe you relied too much on the people around you or your coworkers to kind of pull the weight for you, okay? Because this has been a long journey, and sometimes you get tired, and then it's just kind of like someone's got to pick up your slack, right? And if it's not you that's doing it, somebody else has to do it, right? So I feel like this karmic relationship came in and you probably had to do majority of the work, which made you change your frame of mind on how you balance things from now on. Like if you were super greedy in the first relationship and then the next relationship your boyfriend or your girlfriend was super greedy, that balances out. So now you know what that feels like on how you acted, right? Because that's the thing of what I noticed of getting things in trouble or yelling at people is if they don't know what you're talking about, you could be yelling or screaming as hard as you want. That person's not going to comprehend what you're saying. They have to be on the same level of understanding. Okay, so you might have had this karmic relationship because you had perhaps triggers, okay, and turmoil and lessons that you needed to learn about letting yourself go or letting people go and loving yourself. Letting people go that were toxic in your life, letting people go that were holding on for way too much, people that were not doing enough work for you and you were doing all the work, right? There's some type of success. And like I said, I mean, if you are trying to get pregnant, then I think you have to let go of the obsession of trying to get pregnant, because that can be what fogs your mind is now you're losing the track of why you wanted to get pregnant to begin with, because now you feel like you don't deserve it or you feel like it's not supposed to come to you. But all things come in time if we're worthy of it, if that's what's supposed to come down our path. And also sometimes we can get burdenized with children, making it seem like we're supposed to have them, and really that's just some type of demonic presence on us that wants us to litter this earth with kids that aren't wanted. Right? So we have to be careful on the decisions that we choose to make on our path, that we're not choosing somebody else's fate or somebody else's demise and fulfilling it because we're not quite sure what our journey is. Okay, so there is the thing is that something new is coming in, and I think that's why the abundance of success is coming in, because I do think that maybe somebody new is coming in your life and they're going to teach you how to get back on track. They're going to teach you how to keep yourself on track. They might teach. This could be a whole beautiful teacher that you end up dating. You know, like dating doesn't always have to be, it ends up leading to somewhere. I mean, dating could be just that. I mean, you're just getting to know somebody. You're getting to know somebody. You're getting back on the saddle. Okay, you know that it's time to get back out there. So you just kind of set your options open, and maybe that's what this death is showing is that you could have left somebody, or you could have decided to leave the over controlling and bearing part of yourself because somebody just gave you a lesson on what not to do because maybe you weren't doing it. So let's see what the animals have to say, and then we'll wrap it up. This is going to be a successful, abundant balance. So balancing yourself is okay. Okay. So we have the Nightingale. That's the Queen of Swords. So sing what's in your heart. Sing what's the truth to you. Okay, even if it's a little too loud for everybody to hear. Who gives a shit? This is a whole new you. We have the turtle and the the turtle and the zebra, which is the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So it's almost like believing in infinity at this point in time is really going to be the successful journey here. Is knowing that the world is infinite and that you are infinite, and that the way that you have been or the way that you feel you've been possessed in relationships doesn't have to be the way that it's going to be all the time. That you can change patterns, that you can be successful with anything you really set your mind to. You're the one that's in the driver's seat. You're the one that has to control what you do behind the scenes. Okay, we also have the Tower in reverse with the 2 of Wands. Look at all those wands. So like this is a really fired up reading. So 2 of Wands is choosing direction. Okay, so I think the universe is trying to say that try to choose a direction even though the tower's not falling. Right? Just because your life is not in turmoil and just because something hasn't come down to shake the ground that you walk on doesn't mean that you can't choose a different direction either way. Because maybe if you choose to stay in what you're in right now, which is just a karmic relationship, they're supposed to come and they're supposed to go, right? If you choose to stay in that relationship, then you might never get the direction that you need. Or when that tower comes down, it could force you to choose a direction, and then you're screwed, right? Because then it's who knows where you're going to end up. Are you going to go to your mom's house, your dad's house, your aunt's house, your uncle's house? Do you even have enough money for a first and last deposit for an apartment? Do you have enough money to set yourself up for a couple weeks if something happens and you get kicked out, right? Because somebody's karmic relationship suddenly has enough, right? And the tower comes down. It's like we almost want to prepare ourselves before something happens. And this is kind of like trying to tell you that there's going to be success no matter where you go, as long as you're choosing to go forward, as long as you're choosing to transform what it is that you're doing right now and not hold yourself in that energy just because you don't know where to go, right? When sometimes, I mean, if you put yourself under too much stress, then you'll force yourself into a situation and then you'll never get what you want. Right? So I think the world is just kind of telling you right now that maybe this relationship is over. This karmic relationship is supposed to come and it's supposed to go. And if you hang in it, say trying to get pregnant or trying to force the universe to do something for you, you might end up with your foot in your mouth. Because if you really want it to happen and you want to break the laws of nature, you will. But then what? Right? So anyways, Leo, I hope this helps. Enjoy your Sunday. Moonshine out.